Hey guys, what is up? Side20 here, or Luke's bringing us another NHL 17 Hockey Ultimate Team video. That is right, and today, the main hut part is going to be in the background, so sorry about that. I just want to kind of sit down and do a post-commentary and kind of talk about a few things that I've been talking about on Twitter a lot lately. If you follow me on Twitter, this is pretty much what I've been tweeting about. But it revolves around, obviously you can tell by the title, it revolves around the idea of esports being integrated into NHL. So I've really wanted to talk about esports in the NHL in a video for a really long time. But recently with the stuff like the Madden Bowl, which was a tournament that was held in Houston during the Super Bowl this year, the Foot Champions regional events that are going on right now, and the announcement that the NBA and 2K have combined to make a pro league that represents the NBA, I think there's no better time than now. So pretty much, the main thing I want to focus on here is pretty much what, I want this to be a discussion. I want to give my thoughts on it, I want to hear what you guys think as well. Because honestly, I think esports is the way games grow nowadays. It's how CSGO grew so much, how LoL and Dota and all those MOBA, whatever they're called, all those games, they grow because people are watching the esports and they're like, hey, I want to try that out. And I think NHL has such a good platform for it, but they're just not using it. And that obviously comes in the form of ESHL. It's 6v6, no AI whatsoever. You determine who wins and who loses just by your play. And even with the classes they have, that's how most esports are. They have defined classes. I know in CSGO they have like oppers, they have in-game leaders and stuff like that. They have different classes for different players, and ESHL fits that perfectly. And as they announced this 2K and NBA league together, I was just thinking to myself, how did NHL miss the ball once again on this, man? EASHL is the perfect platform for esports, man. You get 6 players, you got a team. You're able to brand it, you're able to make personalities out of it, and you're able to grow the game by having events where ESHL players play each other. It's simple. And the thing that I got from this NBA Pro League is that essentially it's going to be a 5v5 league that are all sponsored by different NBA teams. So all 30 NBA teams are going to have a virtual NBA team, let's say. So pretty much, I'm going to read this from an article from ESPN. They're going to say, the NBA 2K E-League tentatively is set to begin in 2018, will eventually feature all 30 NBA 2K teams, each owned by the real-life NBA franchise. So, I mean, it's just crazy to me. And then it goes on with saying the teams comprised of 5 human players will play out a 5-month season that mirrors the real NBA season. It will proceed through a regular season of head-to-head games and then a playoff and a championship. How does this not fit the NHL perfectly? And I know a lot of people on Twitter, when I bring up esports, people are saying there's no money in it, the players can't go pro, they can't commit their time to it. And I'm taking this again from the ESPN article about the 2K League, and it says the NBA will hold an initial draft of esports players, each NBA franchise will pick 5 players as its E-League team. It also says they will draw salaries, train, and essentially treat the NBA 2K E-League as full-time jobs during the season. Now, obviously, none of this would have happened. The NBA would not have sponsored this if 2K just didn't promote esports themselves. I know they've had a 5v5 league running and have I think it's a $100,000 tournament coming up here shortly. That $100,000 is from 2K itself. Obviously, they're a bigger brand than NHL. I know that. But it's the idea of a developer investing into its game and trying to grow it from the ground up. And actually, out of curiosity, on Twitter, I posted a poll, said, would you watch and support if NHL esports became a reality? And I put 4 options. Yes, if it was 6v6 ESHL. Yes, if it was HUT. Yes, no matter what mode, or no. And 71% of people said yes, and only 19% of people said no. And just to give you guys a kind of a how many people participated, it was over 1,500 votes in this poll alone. So I think it's an overwhelming yes from out the community, and 31% says yes if it was 6v6, like I've been talking about, and 30% said yes no matter what mode, and 20% said yes if it was HUT. So while I've talked a lot about how they could do it in ESHL, they could also do it through the brand new game mode competitive season. If you guys don't follow FIFA, pretty much what they have in their weekend league is based on every single weekend you get ranked. And at the end of a certain time period, the top 100 players were invited to a regional event where you have a chance to win $20,000 and have earn an entry into the finals where you're able to win $200,000. So essentially what we could see, and what I would love, absolutely love, is to see competitive seasons used that way as well. Have a certain time frame where, hey, we're going to give you 3 months to play competitive seasons, and if you're in the top 100 for those 3 months, you're invited out, flown out to Vancouver, compete in an event, and try to win some money. Not only would that drive competitiveness in competitive seasons, it would make more people play because they know, hey, there's something actually on the line, minus 2 or 3 15K packs. And obviously, it's a way for EA to draw people into HUT and have people play HUT. I know a ton of people that have stopped playing NHL, NBA, Madden even, to go play FIFA because of their weekend league rewards and the possible money they could win in the regional. And another big complaint I've seen from people saying is that, oh, EA can't afford this, EA can't afford this, EA can't afford setting up a big event like that. While they may not be able to rent out Madison Square Garden, why not invite, say, 16 HUT players, top HUT players, whatever. Invite 16 HUT players out, maybe a couple YouTubers or streamers to commentate the event. That's it. That's all you need. So that's what? Maybe, let's say that's 20 people total. Just to give you guys a comparison, 2 years ago, they flew out over 20 YouTubers and streamers and media people to Vancouver just to look at the game and post a little bit of content. So what I would love to see personally is either, 20 people flown out to host a small, it doesn't even have to be, it can be a $5,000 tournament, whatever, that's fine. Just a competitive HUT tournament or even ESHL. Do that in the beginning of the year. Even if there's only just one event, that will make people grind because they know next year, hey, if I'm a top player this year, I'll get flown out next year and maybe win some money. But alas, we are stuck here with competitive seasons, which I do love. Don't get me wrong, I really do enjoy competitive seasons, but I feel like it's definitely not being used to its fullest potential. And there's just so many options with esports. Obviously, ESHL I think would be the best way to do esports in NHL. Like I said, competitive seasons, you can even use draft champions like they do in Madden. They have a set player pool in draft champions when you're playing competitively, and you're able to like in all the Madden Bowl like they just had a set pool of draft champions players, and each player drafts their team and such. I don't know, man. I'm a huge esports fan, and I would love to see it come into NHL in one way or another. I think it's the best way to grow a game right now, and I think that can be proven by FIFA alone has grown so much from it. CS:GO, even like stuff like Overwatch has grown from it. So I don't know. I just wanted to make a post commentary for today's video and kind of just talk about it. Let me know your thoughts down below for sure. I definitely want to hear your guys' opinion on this. Leave a like if you guys would like esports in NHL one way or another. And I guess we can hope for NHL 18. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Come on!